Hey, how do you do?
It's me.
Your favorite trans femme, and Roblox is a game I had quite the history with. While I'm not one of those OGs who started playing as soon as the game launched, I've still been playing for quite some time, from 2014 to 2019, and I've been through what I would personally call the golden age of Roblox. While sure, some may disagree, I would say the games that came out around this time were probably the best, but that's not what this is about. It's not going to be one of those videos where, oh, Roblox nowadays is not very good. Now, I want to state this right off the bat, it's not going to be one of those videos where it's like, new Roblox bad, old Roblox good videos. No, in fact, I'm probably not going to even be talking about new Roblox that often or at all. This is more like a trip down memory lane, even though new Roblox is 100% undoubtedly worse in every aspect, but whatever. This video isn't about that. It's about the good old days. So, let's get into them. Yeah, fucking subscribe.
Oh my...
Now, I think I should start this video off by saying I don't know jack shit about newer Roblox, so if I inevitably get something wrong, that's why I didn't bother doing research for something that's, in all practicality, would probably be a lame-ass joke. So yeah, I'm not gonna bring up new Roblox like that much, but just in case I do, here's a little bit of a warning, I suppose. Anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. Let's start with the beginning, aka 2014, because that's when I started playing Roblox. Roblox was definitely a different game back then. Less slop, less porn, less kid touches too. Overall, the games produced around the time were much better than the ones that came out now. While the ones that came out nowadays might be higher quality... Of course not, you fucking twat! They also feel way too similar to one another. See, back in 2014 to 2016, that felt like the real golden age of Roblox gaming. It reminds me of the many drastic changes between 2014 Gary's Mod and 2026 Gary's Mod. Both games started off with charm and whimsy, like every time you would play there was something new and unique right around the corner. Compared to nowadays where it's just a bunch of slop that only really made for people born after 2010. The point is, back in the old days of Roblox, it really felt like something unique every time you booted up the game. Something new and fresh would be waiting for you, rather it be Natural Disaster Survival, Murder Mystery 2, Super Bomb Survival, or The Mad Murderer. Well, sure, around this time things did feel slightly primitive. As time moved on, more games came out and the site updated more and more, and that's when me and others really started getting into the game. But I think 2014 was quite frankly a perfect time to get into Roblox, and while sure it was primitive in some ways, and some of the best games hadn't came out yet, it was still a really fun experience. And while I don't remember it as well as the others, I still know that I had a shit ton of fun, and it was definitely a great introduction to the site. However, moving on, for me personally, the best years of Roblox was 2015 to 2017. This was just a different time, a better time. This is when YouTubers really started picking the game up. This is when some of the most popular games came out. This was a time to be alive, brother. Everything about this game was so fun. The website looked better, the games were funner, the players weren't entirely composed of annoying 2-year-olds. While around this era I played by myself mostly, I still had my siblings to play quite often. I even remember vividly that me and my sister would fight over who got to play Roblox on the family laptop, because once that person's hour was up, the other would fight them until they got off. This is also where I feel like the more random games that you would find on the homepage were better in general. I feel like with new Roblox, the only real good games you can play on here are the ones that are highly popular. The random one-offs definitely aren't as fun as the ones that were made in 2015 to 2017. I still remember a great chunk of them, specifically the really good horror games around the time. This was definitely the type of game I played the most on Roblox. These really weird horror games that you just randomly find on the homepage. They had their charm to them, like old Gmod horror maps. The horror games on Roblox around the time were built different. While a lot of them haven't survived, I still remember quite a few of them, with easily my favorite being Survive the Killers in Area 51. Though there were a few other ones that I don't think are still around, like Bloody Mary and The Walls Are Watching, and many others, of course, I'm currently drawing a blank on, but trust me, there was an explosion of horror games around this time, many that I definitely played. But horror games weren't the only thing I played on Roblox. We still had a bunch of other fantastic games like Clone Tycoon 2, Lumber Tycoon 2, Work at a Pizza Place, Jailbreak, Hide and Seek Extreme, and not only these, but there was also a huge explosion of unique obbies, tycoons, and role-playing games, and so many other genres really blew up around this time. And one of my main ways of experiencing these games, besides playing them, was definitely watching YouTubers. These YouTubers brought so much energy into each of the games they played. Specifically, YouTubers like Guava Juice and his cousin Marlon, which I gotta say, woo, is it hard in here on me? Jesus. BG Mike, Fat Paps, which if you remember, holy shit, you're an OG, and even Dan TDM hopped onto the trend. At this point is where it really felt like Roblox went more mainstream, more YouTubers picked it up, the more popular games came out around this time. It just felt like the golden age for so many, me included. There was something about this era that was just so unmatched compared to any other game. It was just so much fun coming to this site every once in a while and just seeing how much it changed and how many new games were added. And while sure, the next few years coming up was still smooth sailing for a bit for the company, it's hard to shake the notion that beyond this point is where it really started to go downhill. So let's talk about the last few good years of this site before shit hit the fan. Well, 2015 to 17 were the years that I undoubtedly played the game the most, especially by myself. 2018 to 2019 is definitely some of the most fondest memory I had when playing with my siblings. 2018 and 19 are fairly nostalgic years in general, specifically 2019, but still were pretty rocky for me personally, for reasons I'd rather not disclose. Though I bring this up because I think it's important for the topic at hand, that being Roblox, because despite me going through some awful things around this time, Roblox was a constant distraction from that. For this specific section of the video, I'm not going to really be talking about any of the new games that came around the time, because quite frankly I don't remember any of them, but more of my personal experience with the game as a whole, as I think it's the best way to wrap this video up. I remember quite vividly most of the games that we played around this time: Animatronic World, Om Nom Simulator, Fight the Monsters, Knife Simulator, Broken Bones, Eat or Die, Elemental Battlegrounds, and the GOAT Guinea Pig Simulator. This was definitely the most fun era of Roblox by a long shot. I don't know if it's because these were the last few years that I actually played Roblox before, well, what happened to it happened, but these 2 years felt special to me. Could be nostalgia, could be something else. Around this time, I also started watching lots of Flamingo before he turned really fucking cringe, bro. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, it was a fun time. It was a different time, a better time. And while, yes, the crack started to show around this time, Hell's Gate hadn't fully been opened yet. They were still fun to be found. And while it was still a rocky year for me, Roblox definitely lessened the road ahead a lot and made it very bearable. And for that, I'll always have a special place in my heart for this dumb game. And before we finish this video off, I'm going to name a few games that I think deserve a mention and that really shaped my experience and helped me through a lot of tough times. Starting with Tornado Alley 2, a game I played lots in my formative years on the site and introduced me to one of my favorite songs, that being Come With Me Now by Congos. A really fun game overall. Tattletale Roleplay, one of the most played games in my Roblox experience. Very fun, found out about it through Bijou Mike. It was the first and only time I ever spent money on this game. Guinea Pig Simulator, a pretty nothing game, but me and my brother had lots of fun playing it, mostly playing hide and seek where we'd have to find each other's guinea pig. Fight the Monsters, another game that me and my brother played lots of, and even got really far in. Fat Paps' obbies. There is no one single obby that I can, well, single out, as most of them are absolutely a blast to play and were so unique. I found out about them through Guava Juice and Marlin. Clone Tycoon 2, another one of the most played games for me personally. A really fun and in-depth tycoon. Great game. Survive the Disasters, one of the most classic and nostalgic games, and for a very good reason. So much fun. Survive the Killers in Area 51, the absolute most played games of my Roblox career. I remember having so much fun with this, figuring out all the secrets and whatnot. For this video, I played it a little bit, and it changed so fucking drastically. It's wild. And last but not least, we have Baldi's Basic Multiplayer. This is literally just Baldi's Basic, but in multiplayer. However, I do have to give it credit for being one of the only games me and all my siblings will play together, so that's nice. While there's a lot of other games I could bring up and talk about, I don't really want to extend the length of this video more than I already have to, but do know there are a lot more games that I didn't bring up that I still have fond memories of. And with that, it's about time we end this video. Roblox was such an odd game for me growing up. I have never experienced something like it before, and yet it brought me so much fun. While I hadn't played it in the last few years until making this video, I still hold it in my heart for all the memories it created for me and my siblings. It still sucks. Also, I don't know what this thing is, but I like its design. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
So, now that you're done with your Roblox video, what's the next video in plans you have?
Bro, what the fuck?
I've written down some video ideas for you. You want to hear them?
I have the damnedest feeling that I have no choice.
Alright, so we got a Tobusky's video. Maybe this
No.
Tobusky's video? No, hold up.
No.
Oh, I know. Make a
Oh,
Tobusky's
fuck
video!
you!